Okay, I will record now. Second. Record to the cloud. Okay, all right. So
Recording in progress.
let us start. So before that, how is your practice going on? See, practice well. Already openings have started. I hear like people say it's recession, next year recession, everything. But look at these technologies, beauty of technologies. I'll come to know because I am also working in the same field. I am getting a calls. I updated the resume like 5 months back. I told right. That is when I changed the job. I'm still getting a call even though I have not updated. If I update the job, I know I get a call every day, 3 or 4 calls. Within a week, I can get one more job, but that's not a point. You need to get a job, and for you, like 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, the openings would be very high. If a person with 10 year is getting a opening means 2 year, 5 year will definitely get good opening. Okay, so today I was reading a post in LinkedIn. I am an habit of seeing LinkedIn and all. They were telling data science is a sexiest job. They had given, and one more data engineer is like a plumber. He has to fix the data pipeline and all. There were a lot of comments. I was curious. So data engineer was very see how he was coding was with a very horrifying face, scratching his head, and in one more place, data science singing the song and building that models. I was just curious, like what are the comments and all. They told it might be sexiest job, but data engineers are paid very high. It's always money matters. Okay, so I don't know how much data science pay, but data engineers are paid well, and data science are what data engineer will give is for data science, and data engineer are little bit complex compared to data science. Data science what you learn 5 6 models, little bit of statistics and all. In data engineering things become crazy. I work in every project different technology. I told right, once I work on AWS, Azure, sometimes there will be a separate tool, separate way of getting data. We have to like get the data from the internet through API gateway from different places. We have to do lot of dramas, more than dramas, the transformation and all. We are like an engineers, pakka engineers. Like data science is not even a person who is good with statistics. That's not at all an engineer job. It's morely of statistical job. So you know statistics, algebra, and what you do is you build a models, regressions, and those models, to be unlucky because of chat gpt, those models you are getting like that. But data engineer, it's not getting a code, you have to do lot of things. Okay, we have just learned python, we have to learn spark, we have to learn cloud and all. It's not straightforward where you get the answer in chat gpt. That is a drawback. Now data science, all models you get in the what, in the chat gpt, you put that model, you get that model, you fix it. Then what the company will think, we don't need to pay so much, we don't need to hire so many people. But data engineer, I just told, every project will be different. It's like a plumber, like this job, it's not a standard like you have these many things you do. So what I mean to say is like it's only left to you how getting job. There are a lot of openings. Okay, so getting pay, there are good pays. Only thing is it's left to you. That is what I am telling. Okay, even I am a trainer, I'll train and go for 2 months. Okay, it's left to you whether you get a job or not get a job. I have smartly not pushed lot of content to you. I have just, even if I take python, if you count the topics, not more than 10 or 12 topics. With that topic I have tried to make you strong, because I know like that is more than enough. Python is very vast. I can go another 3 months only with python, not required. That's what maybe a person who has studied, who has never worked in the company might train you. It's like a mobile. You have thousands of feature in mobile, you don't use all the thousand of feature, maybe 20 25 features you use. That is what I did. Okay, same thing happens with the cloud also. Okay, so not much of the there are 500 services. Okay, we hardly need 6 to 7 services. That's all. We play with 6 to 7 services like Redshift, Athena, like that. 5 6 services are there. Maybe another 4 service I'll do, because too much content is too bad for you. Too much content of useless content is always bad. Okay, until you are very passionate about learning, understanding the things, that's the second story. But first story is clear the interview, get into the company, and you should be able to work smartly. That is what I am trying to do. But let me tell you, you work on Spark, you work on cloud. Python plays a very pivot role. Like if you start thinking with the Python, right, everything becomes easy. Everything you can pick up on the fly and learn. Some services are there in AWS, something you need to learn. You can spend 1 hour and you can code yours. Coding and all you can't learn in 1 day, 1 week. You know that. Coding takes a good amount of time. Coding takes time, where you start practicing. It takes 5 6 months. That's why we did Python first, and I showed the complexity of the Python at the beginning only. You have to just practice. The Python, if you start practicing, right, remaining Spark Cloud becomes very easy. Okay, more mainly like if you are very smart, from now onwards, like a little bit of Spark I do, and after that you understand the theory concept, how to get the pipeline, you get a job. You get 5 lakh job, 10 lakh job based on your whatever you experience and all. It's not a big thing. It's not a donkey work I want you guys to do. But Python, you do donkey work. The more you try practically, the more you do coding, it's very easy. And Python is very generic. You go to any project, Python. I work on Azure, I have to use Python. I work with Google Cloud, I have to use Python. I even don't work on the cloud, I need to use Python. Python and SQL. Those things comes common in all the project. It is always worth you practice more, because it becomes very easy. I do PySpark. If you are able to understand the for loop, those functions, all those things, it's a matter of just 4 5 lines of addition. That's all done. Even when you come to the cloud, what I just show the navigation. It's completely user interface cloud. It's nothing like it's complex thing. You have a data here, you build something, you move the data there. But in between, what you write, again a Python scripts. Getting right, Python plays a very pivotal role. Just still you have time, another 2 2.5 months. Practice more on Python. Remaining, practice good. Even if you don't practice smartly, you understand the logics, able to understand the architecture thing, which I have still not done, but I have a lot of PPTs which I try to make you understand by showing different PPTs, because I know like those becomes very handy in presenting in the interview. As I told, tell the architecture of the Spark, tell the architecture of your data pipeline, how you move the data. All those things are where like you have to spend time. But one thing I tell, be passionate. If you are not passionate, it's useless. Only listening to my class will never get you a job. You know that. Okay, you will understand something, but you cannot present in the interview. So practice. It's only practice. Okay, all right. So almost let me share the screen now. What we have done is almost most of the things we had done. Only one topic, pandas, because pandas becomes important for a data engineer. Why pandas becomes important is it creates a data frame. Data frames means it creates a table like structure. Okay, so was it 3rd December? Okay, 3rd December. See, we did generators. Okay, I had one beautiful. I told right. I usually see the LinkedIn. Sometimes I see because it gives a good information, career prospect and all. So last week I wanted to show you on the generator. There was one beautiful video. Like I hope like you understand now after our everything, how the generator works. One by one it gives the output. Memory it doesn't store all those things. Okay, I had saved. Now I can't give all these things because I also don't remember. Okay, continue. In my mobile I have. Okay, so just I thought of last week showing this video. I don't want to explain much because already generators we have done, nothing to display. Why? generators, email, try again. I don't know. I've logged in, but what happened to the post? Refresh this page. Try again. Okay. Now I just, can I go? Let me try to remove this and check. Python generator. Let me try Python GNER. Made hilarious. Something it was there. I don't know whether I'll get or not. I have not searched like this and all. Okay. Okay, I will check again and see. It is member equal to Android. Okay. Okay. But I'll try to go to his. I'll spend another 2-3 minutes if I'm getting fine, or else. Okay. This guy had send, means this guy had posted, I believe. Let me see. That link is there. I have to go to this guy's account then. Okay. And here I have to see whether that post is there, because that link is not working. See, slowly when you are learning by yourself, lot of things you have to learn. Maybe not for you right now. All the he is also architect. I follow him. So about the VPC model, how the generative AI, now the new thing generative AI is coming, how it happens. Because we as an architect should know first, because that is how the systems we have to learn. This is a far thing, not right now. That is what I want to say. See, everything what I teach only will not come to the interview, but it's okay. It's your stepping stone. Being in IT, it is always you have to start reading. Okay, that is what the thing. But this is a good start. Like something we are learning. Once you are strong in all these things, I believe if you are really interested in learning something, you can learn by itself. There are HTTP requests. Maybe you might not do. Whenever we want to get the website data, we have to use this get, post, port. Not everything I will not be. There are load balancing. Some will be higher load, lower load. It impacts our system. So we have different kind of algorithm. For a particular scenario, we have to use particular thing. So all these things we have to know. But what I want, I'm not getting. Okay, this is anyhow. I don't want to speak all these things. See, Python roadmap. So we are learning all these things: variable, data type, loops, exceptions, list comprehension, generators, lambdas, map, reduce, filter. Okay, so here pandas, data science. We are not learning data science, but pandas is required. NumPy, Matlab, all those is things are for data science. We don't need all those things. But it's okay. It's okay. See, so many things. Okay, if you are slowly like all these things are the knowledge which we will require. Maybe not for you, but as an architect, we require all these things. CI/CD pipeline. These are DevOps concept. How the data happens. Dockers, REST API. In fact, like I know all these things. Okay, so CI/CD batch. Also, this is important. Like we will have a batch data, stream data, which I'll explain you. What kind of data we get. Something if you have heard about Kafka for messaging queue, it's a Kafka thing. All these are advanced topic which is not required for you, but it's okay. Like I'm just scrolling 2 weeks ago, it's fine. Okay, I'll just close this. I don't know, I'll just recheck it where it is. Okay, so yeah, let us, I've shared the screen, right? Yeah, I've shared the screen. So generators, it gives step by step. So I hope like you are practicing and you saw the main point in this, like it is all about the performance. Performance would be greater in this. So now let us go to the pandas. I just started with pandas. So pandas is a Python library used for working on a data set. Pandas allows to analyze the data. Okay, so now let us see what is data frame. What is pandas data frame? This is almost in sync with our Spark. In Spark also we have something called data frames. What pandas does in Spark also does the same thing. Okay, but there are difference which I will teach you. You will understand. So what is data frame? A pandas data frame is a two-dimensional data structure. Two-dimension means rows and columns, that's all. Any table will have rows and columns. It becomes like SQL. That is where like we have Spark SQL where you can write the SQL queries. That's why you should be strong in your SQL, because sometimes your project doesn't require Python Spark. It's okay with Spark SQL. So almost whatever you are learning SQL in your Oracle, right? 70% would be same. Here and there will be 30% changes, which you will Google it and learn, understand. Okay, which I will show you some of the Spark SQL and all. Okay, so pandas data frame is a two-dimensional data structure. It's a two-dimensional data structure. Okay, or a table with rows and columns. You can take it as or a table with rows and columns. Okay, so now let us take the example of this. Okay, so this we have done it. Okay, so it's simple. That's what. Even Spark is simple. Just what happens is there I will teach you about performance tuning, all those things. That's where you have to observe more. Okay, so I'll take something like my data set. Okay, so I'll have what? Some data. I'll not concentrate too much on this, too many example, because we will be doing Spark only. So I need not to do everything. Okay, so we will be doing Spark. So see, basically Python had pandas. Seeing the pandas, Spark syntax was developed, like data frame concept, which gives rows and columns. I'll show you this. You will understand better. So BMW, Volvo, Ford, Volvo, Ford, Ford, Ford. Okay. So now rating. Maybe for every car there will be some rating, right? So I'll take the ratings. This is like a key and value. You are good with dictionary now. You should not get confused. Okay. So now I will why the flower bracket is not required here also. I'll make it as a list. Don't want to do anything here also. I'll make it as a list. I'll make it as some rating. BMW 8, Volvo 9. This is 4. Okay. Now I've made like this. Now what I'll do is something like this I'll take. I should also have pandas or else it will not work. So here data frame, my data set, it doesn't work because the pandas as data frame function. See here it is coming in red. So what you have to do is import PANDS, pandas. This is aliasing as PD. So why? Because I want to give here uh, pandas, so it is very big. So I'll give PD. So now I hope like it has to work. I think DF is capital, right? Data frame or only D is capital. Okay, here it is there. I need not to worry. Okay, anyhow it's not coming in red, so I will just try to run this first. Rating. Okay, my data set rating. What is the issue? Syntax error. Okay, okay, I have to give comma, I believe. Okay, okay, now I will print it. I could have printed together only. Can you see here? Rows and columns. This is column, car rating. This is just index 0, 1, 2. Index is there. There are many options. You can remove index and all. You can Google it. So that and all they will not ask whether you know to create pandas. What is the importance of pandas? It gives like your SQL tables, rows and columns. Okay, so data frame is the thing which converts your data, random data, whatever key value data, whatever you are seeing. Cars became key, rating became key, and also it became columns, and whatever data you are seeing became the value. Okay, so this is the way to create a pandas. Okay, so I can also see what I can also see if I want top 1 record, top 10 record, last 5 records. We have head and tail. So let me see that. Now I want in this uh, data frame equal to pd dot read I think df dot ed pd df equal to pd or print. Okay, directly I'll print what is that ed of myvar of ed. Okay, myvar dot ed myvar dot ed of I just need 2 records. Oh, it has only 2 records. I'll get 2 only. Okay, okay, it has taken this. Okay, 1 2. Yeah, I got BMW Volvo. I didn't got Ford. I want only the last record. There is something called tail. Okay, TAIL, tail. Tail last 2 records or last 1 record I need. Okay, 8 tail, and you have pandas. See here, you got here. First one, everything is displayed. Next time I wanted first 2 records. That's why head BMW Volvo. Second time I need tail one means only last record I need. Okay, I got this. There are other functions like series, that this and all. Don't concentrate on all those things. Pandas you should know to convert to the table format, and you can do all the processing. Okay, so now, okay, this is a small topic only. Remaining are there some of the functions which I don't want to go into that. That's not required. Okay, so now I will conclude Python officially over here, but there are some topics which we'll visit now and then. I have a couple of topics in my head. So now I want to jump directly to her, what to say? Uh, I have F drive, not F drive, D drive. So I have all the documents here, PPTs basically. So I want to run through PySpark PPTs. I have 7 6 PySpark PPTs. Let us start. I know like you will not understand everything, but it's very important to understand. Maybe not now, after 1 month at least. I will be running multiple times with different diagrams, the same thing, and also I'll be going through the thing because As a developer, maybe you might not know the importance or it might not expect in the company other than the development. But as 4 5 years of experience you went, mainly like lot of, because when Spark means you have huge volume of data, TBs of data. I had a project where I had almost like 300 400 TBs of data, and it was very headache. It was not about coding, it was about reducing the money. They were, see, one thing you have to understand, as soon as the cloud comes, money. Okay, everything, every minute you run in the cloud, it costs money. It's not like your local software. See, this is free. You open it, you run 1 lakh time, it doesn't matter. But there are lot of problems in the company to use, because beginning and all we didn't add any cloud. Just 5 years back we did not add cloud. Everything was done off premise, on premise means in your local environment over here. But there were lot of challenges with integrating with different system. I also told on the day one, I will run through that again. When you want to increase your server, let me come to the big data itself. Because no, I know first day like people add, I will run through this only because all these things are here, rather than I will run through all the PPTs which I have, which is done by different authors. I am just using there. Okay. So concentrate this, because without knowing why you are, it is like someone learning is like whatever coding we are doing is someone has asked you to drive the bus. But there is no fun, no use until you know why you are driving the bus. How is the route, whether the route is bumpy, route is smooth, how is the weather, and what is a destination, am I interested in going to the destination. All these things we have not learned only. We have to learn that. That is where in the interview you can confidently speak about all this concept. This is the architecture, this is how the performance happens. Because that is what even many times the interviewer will love, because maybe for you they might ask development, but for me the questions would be like that only, like what is the architecture, how you can do this, all those things will happen. But it's always good to know, it's not only good to know, in the interview they will ask. And without understanding, even if I teach you the Spark like Python, you will not know why I am doing, what is I use, what is advantage and all. So know this to some extent, because in the interview they will ask the questions. See, big data was also not there. Big data was not there 10 years back. Okay, was not there means it was founded by Google only, by the name Google File System. After that, Hadoop File System came in 2004-3 in the Google Lab. Google File System was there, and they were using in their all browser. That's why always Google is number one, not the Yahoo browser, because they have already, before knowing to the word, they had implemented all this big data models and all inside their Chrome. They released the white papers later. That is the one the company have implemented. They found out a new solution, they released to the crowd. So Google file system slowly became Hadoop file system. So, and because why Hadoop or a big data became famous, see, till 2010 and all, data no one was giving value, everything was not digitalized, every data was mainly scattered, and not everything was online. If you remember, I don't know, 10 years 12 years back, everything like you want to book up train ticket, bus ticket, manually you are going, or through a phone call you are doing. Today, no one does. Whether it's a grocery thing, whether it's a shopping, movie ticket, everything is done online. Even marriages are happening online. So, whenever online happens, it's not only the live relay. There is a behind data streaming, data getting generated. All this data has to be saved. You delete the data in your WhatsApp. Okay, WhatsApp server will keep even the old data. Government have made, you can't delete permanently, you have to keep for 4 years 5 years. Okay, so if you remember, or there were sometimes when the bomb happens, the police people will search all the Twitter, social media, WhatsApp, Gmail, who have used the keyword bomb and all. So please, even for comedy, don't do all those things. If you are lucky so bad that at that time the bomb happens, so police can come and catch you. So they have all the software, it runs through that, through mobile communication, everything, they have that keywords. So what happened, data becomes enormously large. That's why they call it as big data. Data is very big. Okay, it's not small. Till 2010, data was not given prominent, everything was manual. Like even like a post office, even today post office, many things are manual. Okay, so now nothing is manual. After COVID, though, everything has become digital, and that's why the jobs under data sector is going on increasing, and it has increased enormously. Okay, so what is the introduction, big data facts and all. Okay, so let us go. I have even data warehouse. See, one is online transaction processing. Okay, I want to help you with the diagram. Know all these things. That's what I told. There is no fun without knowing this, and you can't also enjoy, or even in the interview they will twist and turn where they will look, he doesn't know any, he doesn't have any knowledge. Okay, don't expect only coding will be there. There are some okay, you completed first round coding, second round managers start asking you how will you move the data, how, what is this OLTP, OLAP. You will just get stuck in this theory questions. I don't want you guys to do that. I will share all the PPT, don't worry, but understand, it's only a game of understanding. Okay, so that is what I want to come. Uh, this is a source data. See, before 2005 or 6, even see, data was hardly coming front end to back end. This is a front end. Front end means application. You will have what? Front end is application. Okay, this is very important to understand, basic. Okay, without this it's very difficult to explain anything. This is the application. What you will have in application, same thing, name, phone number, whatever, lot of details it will be there. Just I am taking a simple example, name, phone number, lot of details. You know, if you go to bank account number, IFSC code, how much money you have deposited, interest generated, lot of things. This is front ends are usually done by full stack developer where they know Java, Angular, JS, all those people. So what happens then, also the data was getting dumped to database. This is the database. Database is a collection of all kind of data. You have already learned SQL. It's a collection of, database is a collection of structured data, not all kind of data. Structured data means what will happen here, rows and columns will be there. Just now I showed in pandas, right? Why it is always when you have a tabular format, it's very easy for a data engineer or a data science to do analysis, or else it's very difficult. The endpoint is cleaning the data, doing transformation and converting to the table format. So that would be the thing. So okay, so you, so one, one second, I'll just make it small only. Why so much? Okay, inside this. Okay, so this is a database. So you will have name, phone number in the form of columns, rows and columns. Name, phone number, phone number. So you will have rows and columns, something like this. You already know what is rows and columns. So name is filled Ram, Ram will come here, phone number will come, some phone number, again Anil will come, some phone number will come, like this data will be there. People were very happy when the data was less. Less means maybe 50 lakh, 1 crore data for 10 years, 15 years. Data was only this much. So people were very happy because at that time, who was using the data? Only by the company, bank people or scientists when they sent to the rocket to the moon or wherever. The scientific data was analyzed in the application or a software. No end user like us were using online app. Do you imagine before 2005 people were using online app? Impossible. So data was very less and the entire infra architecture was only this much. Only front end and this is back end. Front end, back end. At that time, see, I started my career at that time only. Like 12 years back, whatever. That time no one was, what, no one was giving value for the database. I was working on database, SQL, everything. People were only worried about Java, .NET and testing testing was easier at that time. They were working on that. No one was giving like what is there in database, just the data, and no company was knowing the value of data at that time. Okay, today they know with data they can predict the future. With data they can analyze. With data can be made like a bomb. So anything can be done with data. At that time people were not knowing because not all the data was there. Even at that time what was happening, there was one more application in the bank loan section. One is loan, one is whatever other section, interest section, mortgage section and all. So these data were also not clubbed, everything was scattered means it was here. Okay, like this it was scattered, but data was in rows and columns. Okay, so even the business cannot get the right information with this. It was difficult. Data was scattered. If they had 15 application, 15 data was scattered. So just for a basic reporting, how many people have come to my system, they were using, or just for storing purpose, because after some time if for some account number what is the interest, data has to be again retrieved from the database, at least for that purpose, because always data gets stored in database. Tomorrow after 1 year and a person comes to the bank and asks what is the interest for my 5 lakh or 10 lakh amount, he has to put the account number and retrieve from the database. This was the only purpose till 2010, and slowly around 2000, yeah, 2005 2006 some company started using data warehouse. Okay, started using data warehouse like bigger companies. First always it comes from US, like Bank of America, Wall Street and all, because their data was used, and those are the developed country like US and all, everything was digitalized. So that time also data warehouse was capable of storing only the structured data. This is a data warehouse. Data warehouse, I will also run through the PPT of this. Okay, data warehouse. So what was used? One tool which already IntelliB is taking. I will tell the same thing, Informatica, because I also worked on Informatica before. So Informatica is the tool which they started using. Okay, maybe 2005. It was there from 2002, that time only. But yeah, Informatica. So Informatica is a UI, again like a user interface, where everything like all your SQL thing can be done through. If someone has gone through the training, they know router, joiner, all those transformation. It's very easy. It's not such a technical thing. It's very easy, like a simple thing and all. We're able to doing that. You do the transformation. What does Informatica does? ETL. That is what we will also be doing. Okay, ETL means it extracts the data from the different sources, does transformation. What do you mean by transformation? Union, doing filter is one transformation, union is transformation, sorting is transformation, whatever you have learned in SQL, all the where condition, like joiner is transformation, all those are become transformation. You can do that inside the tool. You need not to write even the SQL code, it will happen. And you load to the data warehouse. What is data warehouse? Data warehouse is a place where all the large volume of data gets stored for 5 years to 10 years. Okay, 5 years to 10 years. Actually, all these are not a part of our course, but I want to cover. Okay, it's still okay. I just want you guys to be better. Okay, 5 years to 10 years data. 5 years to 10 years data. And here what happens? See, one important point I'll tell where you will understand. See, all this database, usually we call it as OLTP database. This is called as OLTP database. This database is called as OLAP database. OLAP. So this is used to run the business. Can I give you an example? You go to the ATM, and in the ATM, can you wait for 5 minutes to get the money or 15 minutes to get the money? You can't wait even 1 second. So if your ATM says, please wait for 5 minutes to retrieve the amount, you will ditch that ATM or that bank and you go to that another bank, because today's customers can't wait even a 1 minute. That businesses know. Businesses means all the banks, all the Amazon, Flipkart, even you book Amazon, you can't wait for 1 minute. You just observe, you can't wait even 1 second. That is how the impatient we have become, and this business people know. That's why here OLTP is always used to run the business, and here the data would be very less. Very less means maybe some businesses will keep only 1 day data, or you can take maximum 1 week data will be there. 1 week data will be there. But in data warehouse is never used to run the business. It is used to analyze the data. Online analytical processing. This is online transaction processing. Transaction means you do the transaction. Whether Amazon, Flipkart, whatever you do everyday transactions. It is with this database. There will be one app or application. Behind it, it's the database. Retrieves the information. Like you have an Amazon account, as soon as you put your phone number, it understands that it is use phone number and password, and you will go into the screen. So it can't be slow. When it will become slow if you keep 5 or 10 year data. So customers only use this much only. This is from here data is after 2010 companies came to know we have to analyze the data. Not only two things what data warehouse does. Already you know one thing. One is storing the data. Okay, one is storing the data. That is what we will be doing. Storing the huge volume of data for a long term. And second is, main thing is analyze the data. At that time they started analyzing. Before also they were analyzing. Okay, but yeah, you can think. Analyze means how many people have opened the account, how many loan is there, how many interest I have got, all those as a bank. Amazon, how many today people purchase this product, that product. So this was the thing, and till then the data was only structured data, rows and columns. Data warehouse rows and columns. Informatica can also handle only structured data. Okay, so what happened after 2015 2016? Data became very huge. Even you started using the data, means you were started generating digital data, because everyone went online. People got phones, apps, everything. Each and every information was recorded. It was not always rows and columns. You are getting JSON file. I told you Parquet file. Okay, I remember. I need to ask today who have done the presentation of Parquet ORC. I will ask. I'll come to that later. So Parquet file, ORC file, those kind of files started coming. Okay, so it was very huge data, and it was not structured data. The main thing was data became very huge. Like there is a person who has told it can dump entire world, that much data has got generated, and this starts getting increased exponentially in 2016 or 17. Some guy has told in another 2 years the data gets generated so much that it can fill the entire globe. And also and year on year it can grows exponentially. Okay, it has already, the data today is so much that if you push physically, you keep the data, entire globe gets covered. Okay, so and also like it exponentially grows. Exponential means double, triples, multiplies. So keeping so that is what big data, huge volume of data, trillions, petabytes, zettabytes, zottabyte, like that data goes on. You can see 10 to the power of how much. Okay, so huge volume of data with big data. And next one is no structured data. You can't keep in a structure. You can't keep in structure such a huge data. If you want to keep in structure, see what is the drawback of this is it requires lot of planning. It is lot of time consuming, lot of slowness. You can't handle a huge volume of data like that. The data has to come, you have to analyze, process, and at the end you can still keep in data warehouse. That would be easier, but you can't wait so much time. So because of this, slowly all these informatica tools started decreasing. Okay, and big data tools. Big data tools means Spark, different Hadoop. Actually, Hadoop came into picture around 2005. In Hadoop, there were something like even Spark was there in Hadoop. Hive was like a database. Scoop was there to get the data from any database. HBase was no columnar database, which I'll speak about no columnar. We will be taking DynamoDB, which is of AWS. Okay, no columnar data. Like this, there were almost Uzi, there were lot of tools in the big data Hadoop ecosystem. This was the first thing. There was no cloud at that time with the big data thing. Okay, we started our career with this only, like I scoop everything around 2016 17. And also at that time, to process Spark, we didn't add Python, we had Scala. And it was very difficult like Java, and we have to write a low level language to understand that. Means not exactly low level, but yeah, it was little bit a complicated codes we were writing. So there were a lot of drawbacks. See, big data, obviously Hadoop was there, and obviously it was able to solve all this problem, huge volume of data. It was able to process through Spark, load the data, it's like a database, keep the data in the Hive, and do other activities. But next, the it was very hard. Actually, it was very hard. Lot of problems, infra problems. Infra problem means, as data increases, you have to increase your data servers also. In your company, any company, before they were, I had showed on the day one, I'll show again, I have those PPTs. There are servers are like dabba, big dabbas they would have kept for some half a kilometer, 1 kilometer in their company. Lot of dabbas where all the data will get stored. See, the data is growing so hugely. So what happens, every now and then they can't increase one kilometer in their office. They were becoming mad. And also there were other challenges of the developers have to wait if some they have to increase, because increasing those server will not take 1 day 2 day, it can even take 3 months 6 months also. So data became more, and a developer came to know that our infrastructure or our server can't handle all these things. It was like going mad. People were going mad because data is increasing, our infra is not happening. So that is where all this cloud came with the cool idea. Like, boss, your infra is our headache. That means you have only 1 GB of data, pay for me 1 hour. If you use 1 hour, 1 GB of data, use it. If you have thousands of TB of data, I will give the space. If you want to use for 1 hour, use 5 hours, use, or 24 hours you want to use, or 1 year you want to use, 10 year you want to use. Don't worry about anything. Okay, there will be no downgrade time. 99.99% no downgrade time. Okay, and if you don't want to use after 1 year, 1 hour, 5 hour, just stop it. So we will not charge. Stop it whenever you want, no money charged. So this became very lucrative thing for the what? For any company where look, I want to start the company. I can start tomorrow only. I don't need to think about getting a server, all the servers, keeping the node, maintaining whether it's working fine. My data is very important. No, this became serverless. Means you don't need servers. As a company, we will manage everything. So you just log into the AWS account and start using our data, your data. We will keep safely. We will keep 3 4 replica of that. They actually cloud, they call it as serverless, but they have a server. Don't get confused. For me it is serverless because I am not using server. But cloud, they have kept, underwater, space, satellite, everywhere they have kept AWS, like that Microsoft everywhere, because they have kept different instances. Okay, so this became very easy, where I need not to worry about any of my infrastructure. And also they started giving a lot of developer tools which we will be learning, like I write PySpark, I can use glue. There is a glue in AWS where it is more easy putting my Spark and running it. So those things. And there is a Redshift database in my AWS. Okay, I can use that. There is a DynamoDB HBase. Like that it started coming. So this is a whole picture of replacing your traditional structured data from here, whatever. Data warehouse now also is there. Your Redshift is a data warehouse only. Don't get confused. I will slowly come to that. If I tell everything, it is there, it is not there, you will get confused. But you understood this, right? So let me give today's date. Today's date is 9th. Python, or now I'll change to big data classes 9/12/2023. Okay. So I've still not run through the PPT. Now you understand. See, only to tell you this, I told all those story. That is the problem. If I tell you online transaction processing, online analytical processing, you will not understand. There is no point. When you run through my recording, again you will understand. This is online transaction processing. This is used to run the business. Like imagine you go to the ATM. It has, if it impacts 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you are unhappy with the bank, you will immediately transfer your bank to some other bank. If I am ICICI bank is always slow, the maybe I should change that. Their DB, their servers are very slow. Okay. So analytical processing is not used to run the business. It is used to analyze the business. It can be slow because no customer use, all the manager, company head use that. So every night they run some data pipeline, they get the reports the next day. So one is for storing and one more is for analyzing. Okay. Real time, yeah, real time is like, see, these days what happens, Uber, Ola and all charge based on the traffic. At this time, morning 10 o'clock Monday, everyone is going to office. Okay, they don't think like that grossly and put the amount. They will think, they don't think, everything is done by the machine. In 15 minutes in this area lot of traffic is there, so they increase for another 50 rupees the price, the fare charges. So same Monday next week, maybe the traffic is less. Sometime it happen, maybe a long weekend or something is the traffic is less. So that time the fare prices drop quickly because there are lot of cabs waiting. So for this kind of scenario, real time processing is required. On the flow, it processes. We will see that in AWS. There is a service called Kinesis to extract the real time data. We will see that. Okay. So you understood what is OLTP, what is OLAP, what is real-time processing, and why we came to the data warehouse. Some 15 years back and all, data warehouse was not there. People were very happy. From here also people were generating the reports because 10-15 years was, no one was using online only. No, even the ATM machines were not used. People were happy to wait in bank for 1 hour, 2 hour. Okay, hardly you had the electronic device was TV, phone, that's all. No apps, softwares were using. So small reports were generated from here. But later it came to know it will impact the business. Customers will be using. So they differentiate data warehouse and they started pulling the data through Informatica. At 2005, 6, 7, 8, we didn't add big data. It was there in Google company, but they didn't expose to the public. Google file system was the first thing. After that, Hadoop file system came. Now, yeah, in the AWS we call it as S3. In Azure we call it as a blob. In Google Drive we keep the data. Okay. So let us go further. Why big data is required? This also I have answered. You can read it. Okay. High availability of data, increase storage capacity, increase processing power. I told you processing. Spark is a very good processing engine. That's why mandatorily we will learn storage. Use storage, different formats, huge volume. As soon as the cloud comes, we will think with the cloud level. I don't want you to take you back and tell you about Hadoop level. Hadoop is already fading, so I don't want you to, just I told the history. Okay. After this, data warehouse, Hadoop came, Hadoop was there. Even now some companies use, but now I see all small companies are using cloud. Okay, still 2-3 years back I was still had a couple of companies using means not couple of companies, almost 40% of companies, 50% of companies were using Hadoop only. Drastically in 2 years they came to know the value of cloud. Okay. So big data, see, big data is a collection of data sets that are large and complex in nature. Complex means what? Different kind of yeah, different kind. It's not only direct data. You will get nested data, JSON data, complicated data like key value data. This was not there 10 years back. Dictionary data, Parquet, ORC, different kind of data. The see here, constitute structure and even image, video files. Those are also unstructured data. Even semi-structured data. JSON and all, email, your email are also taken, web scraping they do. All the information are stored today. So fast that they are not manageable by traditional. Are you understanding what I told? They are telling the same thing. Why it is coming like this? Okay. They consider both structured and unstructured data that grow large so fast that they are not manageable by traditional relational database system. You already know. It can't be managed by relational database or conventional static too. See here, we create 2.5 quintal bytes every day. 90% of world data was created in last 2 years. Maybe this PPT is 3 or 4 years old also. It can be. So see here, already 90% of data was created last 2 years means now you can't imagine data is crazily growing. Okay, 80% of word data is unstructured. Can you see here? Structure is only 20% and it will also go off. Facebook 500 TB per day. So you can understand per day is 500 TB and stores 30 petabytes of data, 72 hours of video uploaded every minute. This PPT is for 3 or 4 years back. So now you can imagine what will be the thing. Twitter produces over 90 million tweets every day. You can understand big data facts, why big data is required. It's a collection of data sets that are large and complex. Already told this. Okay, why it's not going next? See, usually big data will have actually four: volume, velocity, variety, and one more is there. Volume, velocity, variety, and okay, veracity or something is there. Okay, three V's. We might get in one more PPT, four V's also. Okay. See, volume. Today, machine generate data is produced large quantities of non-traditional data. Traditional data means rows and columns. Today, you get machines, all the machine data we are getting. You don't get rows and columns. Even your BP machine, you keep in BP machine, oxygen machine, even your smartwatch, all data is captured by the company people. Okay, actually you are paying money and you are making them to capture your data, your smartphone data. They capture in their cloud, Apple or whatever thing they do, and it is sold for the insurance company. And insurance company will understand in India this many people have BP, this many people have sugar, and they build an insurance product based on that. See, with data they can do business. That's why data is very important. Volume is amazingly big. Already we saw here what is a volume. You can calculate how much it is petabytes and all. I can't do it. It will take a lot of time for us to go ahead with the course. Variety. Today variety of data. That's what structure, unstructured, semi-structured. All these are variety. And one more, yeah, velocity is also there. The speed of data getting generated is very fast. There is one more thing I am not remembering. We will get in the next PPT. So you know, see there are the four V's in big data. Usually in the interview you have to always just tell these four. If someone asks, volume, too much volume is getting generated, velocity, the speed, variety, structured, semi-structured, non-structured, and one more is there which we will get in next PPT. Why it is just going back. See, all these are example. Walmart, 9,000 stores. See how smartly they are able to understand. As a owner of Walmart, you will get to know end of the day where which product has sold how much, even in 9,000 stores. Okay, and you will also get the suggestion today which product we have to remove because it is underselling and it's no use. Which product we have to keep more. If you see all this Walmart, Foodward, Reliance, everything, they smartly keep wherever the product is there. A customer can pick like with some item they keep one more thing, so both can be purchased. Even when you go while payment, there are some small things they have kept like chocolates, bubble gums, and all. You keep it handy because all these they have got understanding a human mentality by analyzing the data. By analyzing the data, you can know you who wants what. It's like a god. Okay, data is like a god. These people have become like a god. They know what we want now. Okay, so yeah, Walmart like thousands of tenth. How much it has? 1 lakh. Okay, in each store. 1 million transactions every hour. That's why big data became mandatory, because see, when the problem is there, only the solution comes as a technology. See, there would have never been big data if data was within a lakh or even crore. When data became like this, millions of transaction every hour, it was impossible to do like this. Even I remember when we were using Informatica, all those things, every hour our client wanted the data, because it was some mobile company, they were doing some campaign marketing. Every hour they wanted the sales, and next hour they were thinking whether to do that marketing or not marketing on that sale. Today we don't go with the batch data, we go with the real time data. Batch data means still they have to wait every hour. The data they wanted, they have to wait for 2 hours, even though we were quickly getting the data from ETL and doing something to analyze, and by the time they were getting the report, it was taking 2 hours. So they had lost 1 hour. Today it's not like that. On the fly means they are getting the data from the customer, they do the processing here fatafat, and they get what owner of the company get the report. 1 hour means within 1 hour or 1 hour 5 minutes he will get the report. And next hour he thinks whether I have to do this marketing or not, because marketing also they spend in crores. Okay, so all these are saving for the company. Lot of saving. You can think about such a Walmart company, how much they will save. It doesn't matter for a data engineer to give whatever money they want, because we are working for a multinational company, and their sales in an hour goes in, they have billions of transaction, billions of dollars of money. Okay, so okay, all right, why it goes back. See, I just told telecommunication, it has come. I had worked for, actually, I had worked for Airtel, Vodacom, Vodafone. In South Africa, they call it as Vodacom. Like that, almost all telephone operators we had worked. See, 8 billion calls every day, hundreds of different data. At that time it was less, so we were still handling with data warehouse. See, we were also facing a shortage of the database crunch, so that time we added secondary data warehouse. We started storing the data over there, but it took almost 3 months to do that, which is very huge, back 10 years, 12 years back. Okay, for the same thing, because like this only new subscribers were added, lot of calls, hundred of different call backs. Okay, again you see how many transactions happens. Amazon, Flipkart, we can't deal with so much information. Okay, so if you don't properly analyze this data, these are gold only if you analyze the data. If you don't, see, with this you will get all the answer for all you for your business. Age customer will they take my product, or the young customer will they take. If 70% in my shop Walmart is only age customer, let me do something to attract more age people. And also they will worry about this is a problem, why young customers are not coming. They will keep some analyst and also the marketing team think about a new solution where the young people have to attract, and also increase our old people. So all these are the answers which you start getting. Okay, what is analytic? Identify the data source, selecting the right tools and technology to collect, store, understanding the business domain. What is business domain? Insurance is one business domain, telecom, e-commerce like Walmart, everything, bank. So all these are business domain. Build mathematics. See, analytics are mainly done through mathematical model, like as I told, like machine learning, all those things. That is a data science part. Visualize, dashboard and all. So yeah, this doesn't come for a data engineer, but what they do, you understand. We are the one who do all the transformation and give the data to the data scientist, or even for reporting people. See, even the sensor data measures the physical quantity and transform into a sensor is always capturing data of flow, cost. This concept is called as Internet of Things. Okay, IoT. So, okay, we need not to go. Analytic can help in something they have given the picture, all the bank, sports, telecom, health, whatever it is. Big data analytics, collecting, analyzing. Etihad Airways use technology to harvest, analyze gigabytes. See, in every aircraft there is a black box. If the flight got crashed, they get the black box and analyze. In the black box, every second, the altitude, latitude, longitude, weather condition, humidity, everything gets captured in that region. So you can understand how much volume of data every day a flight black box will collect, and they have to store. See, that is what they are trying to tell. Gigabytes of data generated, hundreds of sensors working inside the plane, whatever I told, black box sensor. This allows the monitor plane in real time, reduce fuel cost, manage plane maintenance. They also come to know in a particular humid environment the fuel is taken more. So all those things they plan and start upgrading the fuel or something, maintenance. So all the problem solution you will come to know with the data. Many people use Facebook to update their status, photos, the Obama. Even see, last election, right, in US, that was the problem. Like even Mark Zuckerberg was asked for questioning because he just told like the Trump, like if you campaign like this, you will be winning. And he campaigned like that. Even he praised the Indians. He told so many Indians are there, 15 or 20%. You praise Indians, so you will win. And different kind of things they did. So with the data, you can predict the future. It's like a god, right? It knows future what will happen if you start doing. That's what they have told. The president used all the data on the social network to not just find the voters, but to assemble an army of volunteers. This was at the time of Obama, but at the time of Trump, he just did some misdoings by interacting with Facebook, getting all the poll data from the Facebook and analyzed and know the region and started speaking for a particular region. He did like that. That's why he was questioned. In practice, one of the India's highest rated TV show aggregates and analyzes millions of messages it receives. Okay, big data can detect bullying and gain. Same thing. If you start reading, you will understand. Bullying traces. Traditional solution. Complex skill set required to handle distributed computing. 50% team. See here how much the cost. Big data solution, simpler skill set required as complexity are abstracted from the programmers. Risk of devil data or need right people to solve the right problem. So you should have knowledge, that's all. Cost escalates too fast. Is it necessary to capture and see cost escalates too fast means if you don't properly use the proper solution, the cost will increase. For example, in AWS also, I told every second they charge, every minute they charge. As an architect, I need to understand how to build it. The agenda of us is not only storing the data, analyzing the data, it also saving the data for the customer. If I don't build a proper architecture, it's like if I don't build a proper road, okay, only accidents happen in that road, then I am not a right architect. A person who builds the road is making more what, more economic damage, more life damage, everything. The road, if it would have been better if we had not built the road then to build a road which is having lot of accidents, lot of problems. Okay, so the same thing they are trying to say here. Need the right people to solve right problem. Cost escalates too fast. If you don't build a proper architecture, if you just build however you want, cloud means I had seen one what meme like a joke. So what they told, there was a beggar. There was one more person. He told, you seem to be rich. How you became beggar? He told, I just left my EC2 on. I didn't stop it. EC2 is what in AWS it is one service. He is telling I did not stop that service. I just left it, and you know every minute it can charge you even 1,000, $2,000. So you can understand if you had left for 5 months, 6 months, how much it would have charged. So understand that. Okay, so that's why cost becomes very important whenever I am doing AWS. Maybe as a fresher or 1 year 2 year you will not worry, but yeah, I want to tell what exactly it is. So it's good to know because we are not, it's good to know the information. Okay, even in interview if you speak like this they will be overwhelmed and they think that this guy has the knowledge. Okay, so many sources of big data. Okay, See, Hadoop file system, anyhow we are not learning Hadoop. Hadoop had all these things, Hive, HBase, Zookeeper, Avero, Seer. That time also you had that Avero, Parquet and all. Okay, I don't know how big data works. The conclusion, the availability of big data, low cost commodity hardware. See, big data, okay, okay, I don't want to speak about big data now. I mean, sorry, about Hadoop. All these are Hadoop concepts. Okay, so let me go to the next PPT. It had very few information. I have told more information than PPT. So big data characteristic is similarly smaller data. See why I am telling, because I am giving you 4 5 PPTs. The reason is one PPT might not cover one more information, and if I try to repeat same thing in a different way, it comes to your mind, and there are questions on all these things. Okay, it's not always do coding. Knowing everything is good. You can't even for working everything, because you are, if you tell yourself as data engineer, you should know this. I got one ping. Yeah, I will share this PPT. Yeah, definitely I'll share this PPT. Yeah, because without PPT it becomes difficult for you. Okay. Yeah, big data is similar, bigger in size, but having bigger. See, that's what you guys have to. It's not only, that's what you need not to get scared like only Python. You should know mandatorily, but even you know Python, don't know Python, sometimes knowing this can also get the job. I've already told how in that company there might be no, they are not so technical. Even the people who have worked in Informatica, they ask the questions, because in that company now they are trying to get a big data AWS people. At that time, they might not ask you coding, because they also don't know. They might ask you few SQL questions, and they start asking you theory. What is big data? So how will you move the data? What are the problems? Maybe they will not ask you like this, what is big data? They might ask you, what are the challenges we are able to solve? At that time, all this PPT will come to an Andy, and it is a cakewalk for you to get into the company. Okay, I have seen this. That's why I am telling you. Okay, so even for getting luckier like that, okay, simple question. You should work hard. That means you should, at least you should also learn this. Okay, all right. But while working, they will ask you again, do this problem, do this problem. That time you need Python. So there is no escaping. Okay. But having data bigger is required. And aim to solve the problems. Okay, same thing they have told you. Please read it. Volume, velocity, variety. Only three I am seeing. Already spoken. Volume, data, quantity, speed. Variety of data types. They have given a typical PC might have 10 gigabytes in storage. Okay, today Facebook ingest, see, 5000 terabytes of new data every day. Boeing 737 will generate 240 terabytes of data during single flight. See, can you imagine in a day how many flights travel, how much terabytes of data, even more than Facebook? Where you will keep all those things, the smartphone, the data they create and consume, sensors, everything, even the cameras, everything, even the lights are today sensor, even the lights generate the data. Okay, so second, click streams, impressions, even high frequency stock trading. Already the stock trading has increased in India, you know it. Every information, infrastructure, sensor. So there will be always jobs. Don't worry about jobs, worry only about your learning. That's all. Big data isn't just number, date, string. See, these are all traditional things. Date, string. Big data is also geospatial data, like geographical data, like now Chandrayana they send, right, that information. 3D data, audio, video, unstructured data, log files, social media. Traditional database system where, see here, traditional database, your rows and columns, your oracle, all those things, what you are learning were designed to address smaller volume of structured data, fewer updates, predictably consistent data structure. But big data having a huge volume of data, selecting data source, eliminating. See, also I'll speak about NoSQL. Just wait. Okay, overview of big data, Hadoop distributed. I need not to say about this. Okay. So H base volume. Okay. Let us meet around 4:30. My throat is drying. I am speaking on. So problem solving is easy. I can give you. So let us connect around 4. Actually 4:35 we will connect. I am giving a break. 4:35 will connect. Okay. ಕಾಫಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯಾ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇವಾಗ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಂಗೆ ತಲೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟೋಗಿದೆ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಆಯ್ತು ಬಿಡು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬಾಗ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ತೆಗಿತೀಯಾ ನೀರಾದ್ರೂ ಕುಡಿ
Wow.
Okay, all right. So I'm back. Yeah, I was preparing coffee and having it, so that's why 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, let us continue. Like it's a good information for you. So this information is always useful. Okay. So processing big data. Okay. Yeah. Screen is shared. Okay. You are sharing screen sharing. Okay. Guys are there, right? You are with me. So it's not like able to listen, see the screen. You can message also. Yes. Yes, right. Hello, audible, visible. Everything is fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So yeah, basically it can see basically what we do is this only integrating disparate data sources. See, one system. See, there will be different systems. I told loan department, interest department. So one data will give JSON kind of data, one ORC, PAR-K, CSV file. So you are integrating all the data. Okay, there is a requirement. You have to integrate all the data. Okay, and do some transformation. Like transformation is nothing but filter, router. Anyhow, in Spark, I'll be showing union. All the same thing. What you do in SQL is what we do in PySpark also. Spark basically, PySpark is you use Python for the Spark. Okay, so that is the thing. So mainly our work would be from the different source we get the data. That's what I was even getting from online data, web data, application data, the work I've got done. SFTP data I was getting from. I was also working on multi-cloud data. There was a requirement for me to take the data from Google Cloud to push to AWS. I've also worked on getting the data from the Hive, Hadoop Hive, because the company was using Hadoop 5 years back. Now they want to move to the cloud. So they want to take the data from the Hive and put into the Redshift, which is a part of our AWS, which I'll be teaching you. But there was also processing, also integrating the data. You can't integrate so easily. There are a lot of things you have to handle. The columns, structure, so many things come into the picture. You already know because that is the reason I told you learn SQL. So that will always help you to get an idea. Connecting, same thing they are telling, transforming data for processing, Forget about map reduce and all. Now employing map reduce. Okay. The structure of the big data. Structure, most traditional data. Traditional means rows and columns, which was there like 10 years back. Now also it is there. Now also some companies use. If the data is less, you don't need a big data, to be honest. Yeah, because data is less, structured data is fine. Okay. So that is more than enough. Semi-structured data means all your JSON data, email, all those things become semi-structured. Unstructured means video, audio, data, everything becomes unstructured. So growth of big data, storage capacity, same two things, storage, processing, availability of the data. Every day we create 2.5 quintillion bytes of data. 90% of data in world have been created in last 2 years. That's what it's telling. Facebook 10 TB daily, Twitter 7 TB. IBM claims 90% of today's data was generated in just 2 years. That means in last 2 years, maybe this is 3 4 years back. Last 2 years, what we have got data is 90% of whatever data created from so many years, and it will drastically increase. What is how is big data different? Typically the entire source data, see internet, text streams, all these things. So previously, if you know, 1986, there were like some analog data. After that, some CDs came, cassettes came. Okay. So I have also seen this CD and cassette. I think you would have also seen, uh, since I'm not so old, which there is a, you would have also seen when you were kids, cassettes, this one. Now it is digital store. As digital store comes, huge data to 2002 beginning of digital age. So how the data has got into so much. So if you read all these things, you get more information. Portable, flash 2%, 2.4%, DVD, Blu-ray came 22%, hard disk came 44%. Even pen drive no one uses today. See, big data source, I told right, you can get from applications, any application like Salesforce application, app applications, sensor system, SFTP, different cloud, different database, anywhere data generation point. See, everywhere data generation happens. Mobile phones, microphones, readers, programs, social media. Same thing, everything is in billions of data, billions, trillions, zettabyte, petabyte, terabytes of data. Nothing in GBs. Forget about GB, even terabyte you forget. All after that, petabyte, zettabyte, zotabyte, like that, it gets on increasing. Even the 235 terabyte, this is the 3 4 year PPT, that's why. You will also forget terabytes also now. Now only petabytes, zettabytes of data, and it can never be worked on a using your structure query tools and all. You need big data tools. Application of big data, so all these things you can read: trading, telecom, or security, traffic control, manufacturing, everywhere. Risk of big data, what is the risk? Cost escalates too fast. Already we have seen this in our previous example. See, even top three are what to say, AWS 50%, next Azure, after that Google Cloud. But IBM also has its own cloud. Even NetApps, it is Netezza, NetApps also has their own cloud. Oracle also has their own cloud. Slowly, like all the companies are starting their cloud. Why? Because they will sell. It's like a two-wheeler or a car. It's not single company, different companies come. That's why data engineers always can't predict every project I'll work on the same cloud. It's not possible. But the underlying concept, like whatever I'm speaking about, big data, Spark is used in all the things. Whether you work on cloud, AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, IBM, everywhere Spark is. So Python is used. So these things you have to be very strong. Remaining on the fly, you have to learn. On the fly means, see, Azure I am working. I am not. I prepared, learned, and get into the project. I get into the project first. Based on the problem, I started learning. It's not like I have to learn entire Azure. For this problem, what are the services I have to use? I already know how the things work. So I picked up 2 3 services, did R&Ds and all, and start doing. That is the way I am thinking you guys also. It is not like sir has done this only interview, this only in the company, something new I don't know. It's not happening, boss, in our IT. So it keeps on changing. It's also, you should be little bit smart enough to pick something quickly. It is secondary smartness, first is hard work. Okay, I also seen this video. There was one guy who was very speed, some jumping game for a kid. He had a talent, so he was very quick. He was going, and his talent was shown there, like the way he was doing twist. And one more person was slightly slow, but he had the perfection. And what it showed was this guy who has already speed and had shown talent, he did not add a perfection. He was missing, like jumping from one bar to another, he was missing, again coming back and doing. So what it shows is not smartness, it's a hard work which outsmarts the talent. So you need not to think being talented. Sir is telling so many things, how can I learn? See, I did not learn in one day. It took a lot of time, and also every day I spent some time on learning new things. You can also do, you are young and all. Okay, so there is a motivation factor of money which gives money, respect, social, everything. So you also learn slowly. That's what. Someone can't see today Amazon has grown so well and can't get dejected that how can I compete Amazon. Amazon, Wipro, all these things, they first started selling tomato vegetables like this. You can read the history. Nothing, there is a saying, right? Rome is not built in a single day. So in a single day, no one can become expert. It's a small chunks of things. So don't get disheartened if I'm pouring lot of knowledge. Okay, how much is going to your head take? Listen to the recording, just know, because these are the general things and theoretical things, nothing theory you will be able to learn, because there is nothing like you have to go do complicate practicing. I've already told Python, Spark and all, you practice these things are more of theory. So know this theory, because without this, how will you speak in a client call or anywhere? Okay. They will ask you like, can we use NoSQL? If you don't know why NoSQL is used, yeah, I have not come to NoSQL. What is the difference between SQL and NoSQL? NoSQL is not SQL. It is not only SQL. Okay, people have a notion. NoSQL means there is no SQL. No, SQL also it is required. NoSQL means not only SQL, you can use NoSQL also. Okay. Yeah. Processing, already we have seen separate data. I think it went back actually. Okay, this also we see risk of big data. All these things we have seen. Potential value of big data. See value. See basically why company uses all these things. Their money increases as soon as they use big data, because better storage, they don't need to use server, and better decision making. Because of better decision making, they get more profit, because they are able to understand your mind, what you want. If you are going to some trip, already the hotel thing, if you search Goa, you start getting the hotel advertisement. Already business know that you are going to Goa. So that is how things happen. Your data is like for them a gold, because you will be spending money on something which is required to you, they will come to know. Okay. 60%, okay, whatever benefits, real time data, I gave an example. Okay, technology, forget about this. These have become old now. MapReduce Hive, we are not into the Hadoop now, we are into the cloud, which is the next level what we are learning. So internet, all these are the theory thing. 15, future of big data. See, 15 billion on software only specializing in. See, this is one thing which you have to understand. See, previously, I have seen like 10 years back, this database or SQL something was a very small department in a IT company, big IT company. The importance was less, projects were less, people were less. Today, look here, only companies are starting with data analytic, data management analytics. People are just starting the company with only big data analytics. They are not worried about front end, because they look at the money, how much it is, 50 billion. It can be now 100 billion also. This is 4 5 years back story. So 100 billion, trillion. So much money is there only in the data management. You start a company, you get a client. Okay, every company needs a big data analytical client. So you get the client and you earn in billions, you get a job. So that's what they are trying to say about future of big data. It's never nowhere shrinking, it is growing business. See, next point I didn't see, it has already come 100 billion. I just told the industry on its own worth more than 100 billion and growing almost 10% a year, roughly twice as fast as software business. See, it is double the software business. You are creating some application. If your company is mainly on building application, if it is growing 10% means your big data business is growing 20%. So people, that means projects are more because data is too much and growth is more. So jobs will be more. For you perspective, forget about business. For you, jobs would be double. That's why jobs are more in this. I just got in the tea. I was going for a tea. Okay, I got a call now. Sir, is there a opening? Are you interested? Okay, I have updated 4 months back my resume and I am not in a junior level. Previously, it was told 7 8 years back. I remember once you cross 10 years, there will be no job. You have to settle in one company. Okay, maybe if I was in other technology, it would have been happened, but I already see here the same point. It is growing twice. It might be thrice, four time. They have written. It is. I believe like it is growing more than 50% compared to other thing. That is for sure. Okay, so it's 5.1 billion. So you are in the right track, right course. Just you have to be right in learning. Okay, no one can help you. All are doing a great job here. Trainers, IntelliB, everyone. Just it's left to you. Okay. Okay. This was a good PPT. Let us see the next PPT. 1, 2, 4. Where is 3? Okay, we will get that. There is 1. Okay. Big data on AWS also I'll scroll, but you don't understand that because that will have AWS services. Same thing, yeah. Now you are at least good with big data. Why big data is required? By scrolling GPS system, all the data, wherever you see it is in big data. Without big data, it was very difficult to process and store both the thing. The 8 V's, we were seeing 3 V's. I am looking for the fourth V. Volume, velocity, variety, veracity. Yeah, this one, veracity is what? With information or disinformation. Okay, let us read that. Remaining, leave it. 4 is what important, but yeah, you can read it whatever you want. See, data acquisition, analysis, interpretation, big data, jobs and salaries. Just to do this, I am in the architect role. Okay, good. There. Okay, it is analytical. They are showing little bit more. It's okay. You are a big data analyst. It is also at a top level. Okay, so yeah, it is given. I think they would have taken from somewhere, from the known source and pay. It's in a UST indeed. From the Indeed, they have taken this. Okay, so what is this language? I don't know. Big requirement, storage, no SQL. Okay, brief history. See, brief history. Relational database have become history now. History means now I can't solve the real time problems with real relational database. Means Oracle and all we learned day one, right? But still you require, because most of the projects till now was done in Oracle SQL. You have to get that data from there and load to the Redshift or put into the AWS cloud. So you should still write SQL queries, and all those SQL queries we can also write in the cloud. So you didn't learn about the architecture of database in your DBMS, in your SQL. You just learned the queries. Okay. So queries can be used in our AWS cloud or different services also. Okay. So this has become history. RDBMS, Relational Database Management. So relational database is very good for your, I think these are SQL concept. I don't want to go into the depth. So you can ask your SQL trainer what is atomicity. These four properties are very important. Okay, there, this four property you should know good, because there will be a interview question. Can you tell me the difference between SQL and NoSQL? Okay, in that you have to tell SQL as this Atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability, not a word reading. You should understand what is atomicity, consistency, which is not there in NoSQL. Good for material clouds, the law of relational database. You have a tight relationship between different tables and all. Okay, so see here it's no, not only SQL. I told you, right? No SQL means not only SQL. I don't want to speak on this. It becomes over your head. Okay, so I'll speak about, okay, this is mainly, okay, no SQL, we can speak it later. I don't want to, I just want to concentrate only on big data, or else it goes above your head if I start speaking about no SQL. MapReduce you ignore, it is Hadoop concept, but let me, it's a programming model associated, but yeah, just for your understanding, see what does big data does. Big data, even Spark internally does this. Big data internally as technically it follows some map reduce algorithm. What is map reduce algorithm? Okay, see this. It splits the data. First, you have deer, bear, river, whatever, car, river, some data is there. It splits the data. After splitting, what it does is it map and shuffles. Map and shuffle means it gives, even in Spark I'll try to do one program, it gives number for car 1, again car 1, river 1, river 1. If I just do, I'll just show you, because internal architecture at least know eye level. See, sometimes crazily they can ask, explain how the map reduce works. So you have here deer, bear, river, whatever, deer, bear, river, but I don't want to go too much into it because it is a pure Hadoop concept, but still many Spark also use this concept. Car, beer. MapReduce, basically MapReduce. See what happens, first it splits the data, splitting maybe every line it splits the data like this. That is what splitting happens. Mapping, what it happens is it assigns maps. Map means what? For every input, every output. In Python we had learned. Means internally what it does is after splitting, it assigns this one. It is mapping. Okay. Just it is giving one count. For everything it is assigning a count. So after that it shuffles. It shuffles means every deer will come to, see, this is what splitting. Simple, you understand. It's splitting every line or every two line based on the data, everything. That is again one more story how the split happens. I don't want to go too much. Then after how split happens, your head will like just go with this high level. It is splitting. Next it is mapping. No one, to be honest, no one will ask so much depth apart from for an architect. So that's why I don't want to. Splitting, mapping, shuffling. SHUFF. What does shuffling happens? So shuffling is a heavy transformation. See here, it comes from this mapping, goes here. That means all deer might will come at a one shuffle in a one block. All deer. Where is deer? Deer one will come in one block. In the next block, all bear will come. So let me give all bear, deer, deer. Okay, whatever. All deer will come in one block. Next river will come. See, internally this is how, why it is so efficient. It's like pandas, whatever, it does not have this capacity. So it is like three people working on doing this activity. Maybe something is doing joining or filtering, whatever. Don't think only three data. Think of millions of data, billions of data is there as an input. So Previous everything was a single engine, like only one engine was doing all this activity. Now you can split like thousands of split, thousands of map, thousands of shuffle. Let me complete this. Okay, shuffling is there. Yeah, shuffling, river, exactly like this. Don't overcomplicate, just know this much. That's more than enough. I don't want you to overcomplicate. Okay, river. The same way. Two. Okay. Car is there. Car also. Three is there. Car. Okay. Car. Sorry. Car comes here. Car comes here. Car comes. Okay, I can copy that only. Why I'm copying. So something like this shuffle will happen. What is shuffle doing? Shuffle is bringing the common data to a single place. Okay. Then what does reduce does is reduce. Okay, next reduce. I'll go to the reduce. Okay, I want to copy this in the same sheet. Why I have brought one more sheet. If I do here by due to some reason it will just where is that sheet? First, to some reason it will just close without saving. So I don't want that to happen. Okay, I'll bring here. Okay. Next, I'll also bring this pandas. Not everything, just a pandas. This one, let me close this. I'll just bring this at the beginning. Okay, so I brought this. I will close off this, don't save. Okay, I brought here. So mapping, shuffling. After that, reducing. Reduce means what? Already we have done even in Python one reducing. Reduce is something like summing. So what does it does? Dear 2. Dear 2. Internally this is how it works. Dear, this was beer, right? Okay. This was actually beer. Beer, beer. Okay. So dear 2. Beer 2. This is, don't worry, it is taken care internally. This is reducing. River 2. Car 3. River 2. It is done in different block. Again, it's done in different block. River 2 means maybe in this block only. Uh, it does like this, and at the end, final results will come. That is what it happens. Final result, what will happen? Everything gets clubbed in a single place. So this is what map and reduce happen internally. So I'll just give you. So now it's very easy to understand. Don't make it complicated. Maybe the writings they would have given lot of complicated things. That's all. It's if you read this and see that diagram, you will understand. Okay. Map reduce. Hadoop internally as this working of map reduce. Even our big data behind the scene, it is all about map reduce, like splitting the data and summing the data. First it splits the data, it maps and shuffles. Mapping is you got right how many counts are there, and it shuffles. Shuffles means bring all the common thing together, and reduce. Reduce means summing and getting that to the final result. What is the working principle? What is map reduce? Is a programming model and an associated implementation for processing and generating big data sets with parallel distributed algorithm on cluster. See here, parallel means parallel distributed. No other engine has the parallel distribution engine. That's why big data is very famous. Parallelly same task. I can increase this to 100 also. Here you see only what? Where was that? Where is this? You get more information. Yeah, good. Next also it has diagram. So it can increase based on the data. So you have here good examples here. Okay, cool. Whatever I have done, they have already done. See here, same example. Deer, bear, they have splitted. Key value, you can think as key value. See here, key value comes. Deer is key, one is value. So mapping. Maybe they have done like this. Okay, you can see the diagram. They have given 111, 111, 111, and after that they brought beer here. Okay, so car here. dear 1, dear thing, and beer 2, car 3, and final result. Something what I have done, they have given here. Good, I didn't know. This is how. Key value already you know. See, dictionary is very important because most of the data gets converted to key value. So that's why I was telling. In the set, empty is not a set, it's a dictionary because commonly it is used. Okay, so see, with all these things you can get all this information. How many movies you got, map reduce. This is something Java, forget it, they have done through Java. But see, at the beginning it was very hard to do all this map reduce. You have to use Java or Scala. There was no Python, there was no SQL and all. Slowly now it has become very simple compared to like 5 years 7 years back. Okay, read that. See here, you can understand. 3 1 shuffle sort, same thing. All these things not require too much depth. No one will ask to such a depth, but some interview they will ask where he is already architect, he has lot of things in his head. Okay, so but knowing this is always advantageous. Not only advantageous, yeah, even in interview they will ask working it is good. Okay, that is what the thing. Okay, for the following task, don't worry all these things. It goes to the next level. Data management not required. Modern data architecture, data source, all this social media data comes to here. Data ingestion, data lake. I can't explain you this now, you will not understand. Slowly we will see that. Data warehouse. Okay, what is data lake? Data lake is a collection of all kind of data, whereas data warehouse is collection of only structured data, rows and column. Data lake you can dump literally anything. It's a lake, it's like a ocean. You can dump flat files, CSV files, Excel files, images, videos, Parquet file, ORC file, JSON file. So you can dump any kind of data, becomes data lake. And from data lake in big data we extract the data. We see here we report. From data lake only we get a proper, we try to pick a proper data and put into a data warehouse. Okay, you will have structured data like CSV files and all are a structured file. CSV file, Excel file, rows and columns. That becomes a structured data in data warehouse. Okay, if you don't have structure, you do some Spark analysis, do a structure and also build to data warehouse. See, today also data warehouse has not gone anywhere. At the end point of a data engineer is to get the data to the structure. As soon as you get the data to the structure, data warehouse is where we store the data. Redshift is a data warehouse, what is there in AWS. But previously it was only source is structure, target is structure. Now source can be any kind of data. Source can be ORC, Parquet, JSON, image, video file, real-time data. So any kind of data. But at the endpoint, data warehouse is a structured data. But there are some projects you will have unstructured data in the source, and also target they have unstructured data. They do the processing. They don't keep that data in the warehouse because to keep a proper data means easy to build, write a query, write a SQL query. If you don't have a proper structured data, you need a complex code like Python, Spark to process the data. And one more thing is, many times if you see my diagram of data warehouse, I've also told this is used to run business. OLTP OLAP is used to analyze or manage the business. Who analyzes? Not always technical people. Even the manager wants to analyze the business. Even the CVO. See, many CEOs are a technical guy, if you know. Okay, the best way to become CEO is become a technical guy, go to the CTO, Chief Technical Officer, and become a CEO. The from CIO, CXO, CFO, best person to become CEO in the IT industry, I'm telling. He is a CEO. Sometimes CEO also wants to analyze. You're doing CEO, writing SQL query is only big thing. You can't write all Python, Spark, what we are learning like a developer, because every now and then changing. So this has to be, after doing all the PySpark thing, I want to give a structure to store in data warehouse, so you can write a simple SQL query, whatever you are writing, so that he can see and see how many accounts, how many business has happened for a product. He is very curious. Sometimes he don't want to depend on even the small companies. Sometimes they don't want to depend on the analyst or something. He want to write the query by himself. So that time structures become very important. If you don't need structure also, you can process the data and keep in data lake. Then only a developer or an architect or who is a technical guy can write Spark and all, can analyze the data. So endpoint now also, previously also there was data warehouse. Now also we have data warehouse. Data warehouse is not gone anywhere. So previously Informatica was used, but the drawback of Informatica is only structured data, rows and columns. Today there is no structured data. Today data is kept in data lake. That means all kind of data, all variety of data. You do processing through PySpark, and if you don't want to give structure, you do processing and again store in data lake. Means not at the same location. Create one more location, source data lake, target data lake, and store there. But in the long run, to analyze, many people are not tech savvy. I told, even the reporting people who work on Power BI, Tableau, they don't know Spark. Even in my organization, not a reporting guy, even the data science, they say, right, they are not good in PySpark and all. They just know some algorithm, that's all. They ask us to build all these things in the Spark and get me like this data. So what happens is, it is always good to finally do ETL with this kind of data, do processing in PySpark, convert into rows and columns, keep in data warehouse. So that any person can write a SQL, and it's very easy. SQL is not very complicated. Even managers will know SQL, even the CEO will know SQL. So even without what I meant to say, data warehouse is not gone anywhere. Even now data warehouse is there. The reason I just told you. Okay. Yeah, too much information, I know, but yeah, the recording is happening, you can revisit. Okay, see, this is very important, without understanding all these things, you- job, I don't know whether you get or not, forget, you will not enjoy. You should know all these things, why you are doing what you are doing, what is data warehouse, what is data lake. I don't think so. And yeah, I know it's slightly vast subject. Okay, so I'm still thinking, if I had done all the hoops, everything, Python only would have taken 5-6 months. Okay, so that was the first day, like the introduction, means first day with the IntelliB, we were discussing, like they were speaking, let us do this concept and all. So I'm still thinking, like, if I had done all those things, what would have been the scene. So I know, like, it is a vast thing. Okay, so but in the interview they might not ask everything, and also I'm trying my best to pick only those things which is used in the company and the interview. So try to know, all these are theory is not so difficult. If you listen my recording, just data warehouse, data lake, all these keywords, just try to see the architecture diagram, movement of data. So all these keywords you should be very much known, like bulk load. I have not spoken about bulk load, data integration, data integration. Okay, because these are the bread and butter for a data warehouse ETL guy. Okay, so know this. Okay, see, data lake, raw data zone. Raw means it can be any format. Slowly you will be doing all this: data zone, analytical sandbox, data warehouse in front of data lake. I told, data warehouse is subject oriented, integrated, non-volatile, time variant. These four are a part of data warehouse. Subject oriented means, how to say, are you guys are able to get right, understand? It's not like I'm speaking something and you guys are doing whatever you want. You're understanding, right? Or any doubt or something, because I'm not seeing you, and remaining at least program was a different fun. It is like you're getting, or any doubt you got, you can ask me. Everyone are able to understand
Yes, sir.
what you are feeling with this. Like, yeah. Hello. Yeah, anyone can speak. Like, Are you feeling okay, or you are feeling like, sir, I'm not getting understanding, or some confusion is there? So I just want to know like where you are standing, like what I the way I am training you, this concepts you are getting, or means at least I'm not asking 100%, 50-60% you are getting. What is ETL, what is data warehouse, what is big data, those kind of things. Tell me, like, or else I can change the way I am teaching. I feel like, yeah, people will understand the way I am training, because this is not the first batch. I've trained on Informatica and all, to be honest, like 3,000, 4,000 students on Informatica. I started my training career just before completing my engineering only. Okay. I taken break in the middle, and yeah, so I know it. But yeah, I'm just asking you guys, like, because online, mainly the classroom training is what like I was doing. So, getting the things, or
Yes, sir.
yeah, good to know. Anything you can comment. Okay. I'm not expecting you to read yeah, sorry. Okay. I'm not expecting you to read everything, raw data alone, refine, full tag, what is full tag, you start scratching and understand. Know all the thing eye level. You revisit my what videos again and again, you will understand like whatever I am telling. Okay, the same way you understand. However, I'll teach you this ETL, ELT, bulk load, all those things, data ingestion. Still, we have a lot of classes. Okay, so yeah, I want to speak about this. These are the four. See, data warehouse I told already, but data warehouse also what happens? Yeah, data warehouse you should know. It's also a part of big data. Okay, we will be also working on a data warehouse projects. Okay, see, subject oriented. See, if I take the insurance domain, you have different subject. What do you mean by subject? In the insurance, okay, I will take the bank. Loan is one subject. Okay, and interest is one subject. Okay, so in loan also you can have car loan. Car loan becomes one subject or one table. And next is like house loan becomes one subject. So that is the meaning of subject oriented, means you divide the data so properly that loan will be, car loan will be in one table. Subject means table, one subject means, yeah, car, houses become subject, and oriented means you keep in a single table. This as one table. I will just not do, I'll just type here. Okay, close this. That is a subject oriented. So well defined, always data warehouse means well defined. You have a, for insurance also, health insurance, vehicle insurance. In health also there is a policy, claims. Policy is one subject, claim is one subject. That means you will have a different table for policy, different table for claims, customers. Okay, legal. There are some cases happens if you don't get a proper claim from the insurance company. Legal becomes one thing. So those are subject oriented and integrated. Means all this data gets integrated. In the source you will have different application, loan application, policy application, claim application, like that. Means softwares, different software. Not all will be in single software. I worked on insurance domain, I know different software will be there, and everything comes to data warehouse, that is integrated, means all data gets integrated. I showed you the diagram also, like this one, and they all integrate into the data warehouse. That is a subject, or what to say, integrated. Non volatile, what do you mean by non volatile? This is what, 5 to 10 years of data. Here it is highly volatile, maybe 1 week or 2 week data. Means non volatile means the data will never go off. Data will be there 5, 10, 15, 20 years also. Data keep in data warehouse. After that it becomes useless. Data is always useful when it is fresh. Okay, data as old it becomes useless. That is one more concept. We don't need before 10-year data, it's useless. People would have changed their same phone numbers. Everything will happen. So we don't need that. And trend changes. Time variant. Time variant means also the same thing. It like a non-volatile. Based on the time, things keeps on changing after 5 years, 10 years, like that. Hadoop, see, Hadoop is also built on Java. Okay, even Spark is written under the hook Java. So Java is always famous. Whatever we learn, Java is always a rock star because Hadoop is written. Even Spark, actually Spark is written on Scala. Yeah, Spark is written on Scala. So yeah, Hadoop stores the data using Hadoop file system. It is using MapReduce programming module. We just saw the MapReduce how it works. So Hadoop I don't want to speak, but Hadoop has Spark. IPig, all those things are there. Yeah, I don't want to speak. Already we are speaking lot of information. I thought of first teaching you Hadoop also on the theoretical note, but don't need. It's okay. No one will ask Hadoop these days. See, after Google file system, HDF came. HDF means Hadoop file system. It is nothing but the folder. What you create here, right? New folder. In the Hadoop it becomes Hadoop file system. To store the data, that's all. Okay, I don't want to go into this. Okay, data mining. What is this? How cloud. See, how cloud and big data. I have AWS big data cloud. I will go revisit that. How cloud and big data relate to each other. So create, collect, refine, discover. Same thing. Data mining. Okay. Okay. So next there is one more thing on the cloud of the big data. Big data cloud AWS. What is this? Streaming ETL. Okay, all these are AWS thing. Data warehouse thing is also there. I will revisit data warehouse also, but what is this? Should I go now? Big data. See, four big data: volume, velocity, variety. Veracity means managing the reliability and predictability of different data uncertainty. So different data at different thing. Just go. Uh, Even if I tell you about, okay, I will tell you. I'm just seeing. Most of the things you will not understand, but yeah, I'll just go through that. Before that, let me complete data warehouse. Data warehouse also a good PPT. So today, as we spoke about big data and data warehouse, we'll go with these things. Data warehouse. So already you know because it is matching like big data, data warehouse, collection of corporate information derived directly from operational systems. Directly from operational system means these are called operational OLTP, operational systems. Got from operational system and some external data. It is specific purpose is to support business. See here, support business. This is for running the business because when the business runs, when you guys use like ATM machine, directly going to the bank, Amazon. This is for supporting the business. Supporting the business means how many customers purchase this product today. Okay, so many customers were looking for this product, but it is not available with us in the cart. So get this product more. So it is always used to support the business and grow the business. See, they have told not business operations. This is a business operation. Okay, understand this definition. I have already explained you at the beginning. If you simply read this, you will never understand. Okay, a collection of corporate environment from operational system and that. Realize the value of the data. For reporting, see basically a data warehouse is good for reporting. Report means if you have heard about Power BI, Tableau, they build a report. Always data warehouse is just good to for reporting the data. Big data is good for predicting the future, like in machine learning and all. Okay, make better decisions. So I don't want to go. This comes to a pure data warehouse course. Like directly, they don't move to the data warehouse. Even in data warehouse, there is a staging area, data marts, operational data store. I don't know how relevant to speak all these things, but yeah, I will tell you. See, data warehouse. Okay, let me again draw one more diagram. if I come to data warehouse only, it always has couple of different stages. Where are those? I don't know how good the diagram comes. Okay, let me just do this. Or no, not like this. Okay. See, if this is a data warehouse, this complete thing is a data warehouse. DWH means data warehouse. Data warehouse. WRE data warehouse. Okay. Data warehouse. So it will have a lot of areas. See, directly I don't get a proper data there. You will have one database here. We call it as staging area. After that, you will have some area like filtered area, and this will be the final area, transformed area and final area. They also tell us silver, gold, platinum. It depends on company to company. So what they call this as staging area. Staging area is just a landing area. From the source you extract, you will have this data, but here also you have to do transformation. You can think Informatica was doing this before. So they do transformation. Transformation is nothing but doing union, join, all those things becomes transformation. This is a transformation layer. After transformation, the final area. So this can be told as final area. So everything you can't do here. First you land, you do some small activity like small conversion, small filtering like trimming, L trim, R trim to remove junk spaces. All this you apply the functions, or concatenating the first name, last name, because in the source first name would be coming from one source system, last name would be coming from some source system. You do small concatenation. Here you do more transformation, more business logic. You are clubbing a particular loan taken people to a single place. There are different people who have taken loan, house loan, car loan. One house loan, your transformation maybe, yeah, I told right, it is a subject oriented. So it can be a single, all the loans, home loan can be in a single thing. They do a transformation, case. If in the SQL, if you put case, when the keyword of loan equal to home, to club it, get into the under the loan. If it is a car, get into one block. So like that. And at the final you just club all the data, car, home loan. Okay, so it can be home loan, it can be car loan, it can be other things. So all those things you start clubbing here. This is how internally data warehouse they do, and it is very costly business. That's why people today they don't do costly business. Means you have to build so many data warehouse. This is also one data warehouse. This is a means database. This is a database. This is a database. This is a database. You have to build the schema. What do you mean by schema? You have to build the tables. You have to build the tables here. Thousands of table here. Thousands of table here. So much cost. So much time. But our big data is not like that. You have a raw data here. I can analyze the raw data. That's why if it is a raw data, see, if it is a big data file new, yeah, save, I will just have something DWH1 or 2, whatever. So see, if it is our big data, it is so simple. I just told you about data lake, right? What does data lake contains? Data lake can contain any kind of data. It can be ORC, it can be Parquet, ORC, Parquet, JSON, XML, HTML, whatever kind of data, sensor data, whatever data. So I will just do Spark to this. Technically I am telling, what I do is I just do Spark. I just do Spark for this. I'll take the data from here and I do Spark processing. Spark can take any kind of data. It's not like data warehouse. Data warehouse need a structured data to analyze. Spark can take, there is a keyword spark.read.orc, spark.read.json, like that. So or spark.read.parquet. As soon as you do, it reads any kind of data format. It does the processing and transformation. Like it also has joiner union. We will be learning all those things. That is the story. And it processes, transforms, and if you want it again put into the data lake, you put like this only. One more segregation would be there. It can be told as a raw data. Okay. In the AWS, I'll show how to make a different folder and all. Okay, just understand. See, concept is very important to understand. If I directly show you doing in the S3 Amazon doing this, you will not understand what he is doing, why he is doing. Understanding this is very important to know what you are trying to do, what you are trying to achieve. Okay, so this is what raw data, and this would be like a final data. Okay, final data. Maybe final data can let me just use this is the final data. So final data can also be same thing. Final data can also be ORC, Parquet, JSON, like that. Now your business says, no, I want it to keep in data warehouse. That time only you give a columnar structure. That time what you will do, okay, my company, you have processed, done processing, even from here the report, data science, machine learning, everything can be done. Now the company says, no, our manager, CEO, everyone want to use, can you keep that in the data warehouse? So then it will take some time. Already I have processed, everyday business is running, how much revenue, everything. From here all the pipelines, technical pipelines are happening. Now they want the data warehouse, to analyze the data. So now data warehouse again takes time, because I need to create all the tables, I need to have all the relationship, everything same as like this, same as your SQL. So this will take time, and this is not mandatory for me to analyze and all. I can do everything here only. This is a drawback of using complete data warehouse. Where complete data warehouse, what will happen, I have saved here, right? I saved actually. Complete data warehouse, what happens? Everywhere you should have tables. But here, no tables. Take it, quickly process, put here, from here, all the team takes the data. From here, all machine learning, reporting, analytical team, everyone will do and generate the reports, everything. We are just keeping data warehouse as a standard, so that even a novice person who don't know, because learning all these things takes lot of time. You know how much time we are learning. Okay, all managers and all can't learn everything, but they will know. Most of the people know SQL, so they keep in SQL. SQL is more easy, more confident, and also you can maintain the ACID properties. See, ACID properties, integrity, consistency, all those things are very important. Sometimes audit happens. So audit and all, it's very important to have a proper accurate data, 100 out of 100. So for that you should know what is ACID property. That is already there in your SQL. Please go and learn, or else ask your SQL trainer to teach about ACID. I don't have so much time. We have a lot of topics. I can't cover everything. Read about what is atomicity, consistency, durability, and whatever those things. Okay. Okay. All right. So yeah, I already showed different areas. Staging areas are there. Data mart is also there. I want to explain this. This will again take 5-10 minutes. Okay, data marts. See, data mart is a subset of data warehouse, and it concentrates on a single subject area. What is data mart? It's a subset of data warehouse. Means home loan can be one data mart. Car loan can be one data mart. A particular, see, if this is a data warehouse, all data would be kept. Home loan, car loan, everything. But data mart has only one thing: home loan, car loan. I don't want to go behind. This is not our course, data warehouse. Okay, I require another 10-15 minutes. Not required. Okay, it's for pure data warehouse courses. Data warehouse, simple. Same thing. See here, everything is, can you see everything are database, mostly database. Get into the data warehouse. Here also you cleanse, I told right, data warehouse, 2, 3 data warehouse would be their staging area and all. They analyze and build the report. That's all. You should have structure, you will get the structure. And it takes couple of months to build all these things. Even you want to build rapidly, couple of months or else 1 year, 2 year. We were working on project 2.5 years. Now it's not like that. Okay. Top down, bottom up architecture. It's okay. Complex. See, they have told the drawbacks of data warehouse here only. Complexity of creating a data warehouse. Incomplete errors, missing field, record of fields, design or not being recorded. See, if you have missing fields and all, again it's complicated. You should have all the data perfectly. You have to wait. You have to think. But all our thing is not like that. Data lake, you can have any data, missing data, it processes. Maybe it might not give 100% accuracy, it will give 95% accuracy. That is enough for business. Data warehouse looks to get 100% accuracy, and it doesn't work if you have errors, missing field and all. That means lot of time delay. It takes 3 months, 6 months. Business can't wait for such a time. Success and future. As successful support and increased need of state from past 8 years, the need of growth continues. Desire for more integrated. The data warehouse as software tools. The future of data warehouse can be expanded to include. So he wants to give more about. He is giving data warehouse presentation. So he is telling a lot of future and all. It's okay. Pitfalls. You are going to spend much time. See here. First thing what I am stressing. See, endpoint is even business is very happy with data warehouse, but if it was able to do in 3 or 5 days, people were very happy because data warehouse give you 100 out of 100 perfect data. This will not give you perfect data, your Spark, because see, you will not have a perfect data. There will be some missing and all. You will not have proper relationship and all. There will be some 5% of variation, but companies business is okay. Your company is not okay to wait for 3 months, 6 months to get the proper data. That's what you are going to spend much time extracting, cleaning, loading data. You are going to find problems with system. See, problems, just saw. These are the problems. As soon as you see that, you are stuck. Missing data, incorrect data. You can't go further because there is a relationship. Primary key, foreign key. There is a missing data in the primary key. You are stuck. Done. But our Spark is not like that. It doesn't require primary key, foreign key and all. There is no concept. Even NoSQL, that's the beauty of NoSQL. Doesn't have primary key, foreign key and all. It can work. Okay. The data warehouse, yeah, same thing. You will find need store validate data not being same thing whatever I told. You will need to store validate data not being captured. Existing large scale of data can become a exercise. See, we have spent years together to build data warehouse. I have my personal experience. It should have all perfect data. All should be well defined. Tables, joins, relationship, and I have to not only build final data warehouse, I have to build staging area. Next, from staging area we had 5 layers: staging area, cleansing area, first cleansing area, after that second cleansing area, after the transformation area, after that pre final result area, after that final result area. It was almost 2 years project. Today if you give, I can do it between 1 or 2 months in our the 2 year project in our Spark, in our big data thing. See the time gap, time delay. Only I can understand because I have worked. Okay, you should just visualize. Okay, okay, all right. See again, pitfall, same thing. The time is taken to load the warehouse. You'll expand the amount. See, time means money. Okay, 2 years means it's not like that. So much salary they have to pay. So much new hardware, very costly. Data warehouse are very costly, and a lot of brains are involved. You are building a high maintenance system. See, the more volume, the more maintenance. And that time cloud and all was not there. Big servers. You will fail if you concentrate on resource optimization to neglect project data. See, more time you spend on high maintenance, you will fail in concentrating on the projects. That's what AWS has told. Don't worry about infrastructure. Just worry about your project. Worry about your logic. Worry about your coding. That's all a company, IT company should understand. That's what the drawback of data warehouse. Best practice, complete requirement and design. See here, you should have 100% requirement, 100% design. All the design at the beginning. Before building data warehouse, we need to spend 6 months on designing. Key business, utilizing a lot of things. Top down approach, just try to understand. First data warehouse you build, after that data marts. Bottom up approach, first data marts you build, after that data warehouse. Just you can read once what is data mart and data warehouse. Data marts and data warehouse. Good interview question. They might ask difference between data marts and data warehouse. Okay. So for me they ask all questions from data warehouse, SQL, database, normalization, big data, Hadoop, AWS, every kind of questions I get. Okay, enterprise data marts. Know the difference between data mart and data warehouse. That is a good thing. And tomorrow I will ask you that ORC Parquet differences. Just be ready with the presentation. Okay, I can call anyone. Okay, today time is up. Okay, I have also completed all these things. Some more data warehouse is there. It's good. Tomorrow we'll continue. Not a problem. So any doubt in today's class? Anything? Any questions? You can ask me. I have just done about data warehouse, big data only, not anything more. Why we use data warehouse? What is the advantage of data? Yeah, big data. Drawback of data warehouse. Why data warehouse? Why? What's the advantage of data lake? Any kind of data you do, you can process. That is what we will be learning in Spark and all. Okay, I don't know. This is not going. Okay. So any doubt? If you don't have doubt, I will just stop the session. We will meet tomorrow at the same time, 3 o'clock. Okay. PPTs, I'll just see. There are some header footer. I'm thinking whether to remove or to send in the same way. So give me tomorrow also time. I'll just check and upload and send you tomorrow or Monday. Okay. Any doubt? Any questions? I am not able to listen. Someone is speaking. And attendance I think you have done. And even I was asked, okay, one more thing, 1 minute, hang on. So Spark you have to install. Okay, Spark, I had asked the team, IntelliB team, to put it in the VMware, so it will be very easy. But they have given you one more way of PySpark installation. Just try to see this and try to install. Okay, this week completely you spend time on installing. I had kept that. Where is that PySpark? 1 minute. I wanted to give last week only. I forgot. Because we need to practice together, and I want you guys to. Yeah, sorry. Python assignment somewhere. I had kept Python, not this one. Assignment also, please complete. They will ask me to check and yeah, sir, can you please send attendance sheet? Sure, sure. 1 minute. Attendance sheet. So 1 minute. I have in my email all that PySpark thing. Start working on that. If you work parallelly, it will be very easy. PySpark. See, the way it might be complicated, but doing is simple, and it's not something like you need to understand as a whole everything. Okay, it's a duty of architect in the company to understand everything. Your duty is they give the task to do some transformation, you will do, that's all. Don't worry as a junior developer. Okay, so all these things they are telling, but all these things make you smarter compared to others who come to the interview. I don't think so. Not all the training institute teach the way we are doing. Okay, the Spark thing. 1 second. Spark, Spark, Spark. Where is that? PySpark installation. Okay. So I had kept that in the drive. I will again check. So please everyone copy this and try to. This is not given by me, from your IntelliB Institute only. I wanted to keep in a VMware. It is simple, but they gave this. Just try to install this. Python document also you are getting. One second. You have got document installation query sessions. What I get here? 1 minute. I open this. Try to copy this. 1 minute. Python installation and interaction. So maybe you might not have access. Just try to request access. Oh, okay. Yeah, same thing. What is this? Shared with me. Okay, it is my class only, I think so. Okay, I have here. I'll just set. Yeah, it has opened. Now only it has opened, right? Yeah. Spark installation documents, everything is there. So try to do this. Yeah, it is opening. One, this one, where it went. This one, this one, Python. Yeah, you have this document how to install Spark installation commands, everything. So install because it's very important for us. By next week, you have installed this. Got this right? Check with their admins also from IntelliB admins how to install because I don't want to spend lot of time in the classes. It takes lot of time for me to do troubleshoot for each and every person. I want you guys to read the document and install that way. Okay, even if I try to do, I'll not give this way of installation. I have some other way of installation. Okay, just check with them. Means if you get stuck, there is a admin in the IntelliB. Stuck with them, sit with them one on one, spend 1 hour and install it off. Any doubt? Any questions? PPTs, yeah, I'll see tomorrow. There are some header footer I'm thinking to change, or if not the case, I'll just check. Okay, then like we will meet tomorrow, same time, 3 o'clock. Okay. Uh, Thank you then. Okay, bye.